Hey guys, and welcome to day number 30 of Inktober. We have one day left, and here's to hoping that I manage to do that. So before I really get into today's video, again, I would like to mention that today is the last day of the sale that's going on in my Etsy shop, and you can get originals, you can get prints, you can get stickers, and there are multiple sizes of prints as well. The details for that sale are in the description of this video. So as far as the topic for today's video is concerned, I didn't really want to talk so much about the piece itself as I did where I want to go now that Inktober is almost over. As I mentioned in a previous video, I am going to be printing books for Inktober 2017 specifically. And I've already started working on some short paragraphs to accompany these pieces. It probably will be a little ways out, but I'm hoping to have the books in a place where you can purchase them before November is up. And as Inktober ends and I start thinking more about what I want to do in the future, there are a few things that definitely stand out as being interesting, but very intimidating at the same time. For me personally, things like projects and creating products is not really that intimidating. It's very much a personal thing. It's something that I am able to put my own effort into in order to create something that I'm happy with. And that is very second nature to me. I've been doing that my whole life, and so I don't feel a lot of intimidation when it comes to things like that. However, the thing that really does get me nervous are things where I need to push myself outside of my introvert comfort zone. And when I say introvert, I do mean introvert. I don't mean just shy. I'm not necessarily a shy person. I can talk to people if the need arises. But I have recently come to the realization that if I want to get anywhere with a career in art, I definitely need to start pushing myself outside of that comfort zone where I'm just at my house posting to social media. And that's not that I won't continue to do that, because I 100% will, just as, if not more frequently than I have been. But I've also been looking into things like conventions. There are a lot of benefits to being an artist at a convention, and one of those things is being able to talk to people about your art face to face. Sometimes I feel as though my passion for my art and my storytelling doesn't quite come across as well as I would like for it to. That's part of the reason I started making YouTube videos, is because I did want to share that passion, and I feel as though my passion in particular comes across better when you can hear my voice talking about the things that make me excited. However, something like Instagram, where I'm captioning a photo, it's a little bit more difficult to get that passion across and to fully explore what the art means to me. And I also feel as though being able to talk to people face to face about artwork, my artwork specifically, would be a good way to see how people feel about it. Maybe somebody has a completely different interpretation of a piece than I do, and I feel as though I personally could have a lot to gain from that. However, not only is that outside of my comfort zone, it's also something I'm very unexperienced with. I don't really have any idea how to truly get started in something like that. And so it's definitely a nervousness thing. It's definitely an uncertainty thing, but it is something that I would like to consider doing in the future. If you guys have been with me on this channel for any period of time, you'll know that I don't like to stick to my comfort zone when it comes to my art. I don't like to allow myself to become complacent in how I advance my skills. And I believe that there is value to doing that in other areas of my life as well. So if one of those areas that can use improvement is face-to-face conversation where I attempt to portray my passions for the things that I'm doing, I want to tackle that struggle head on. Another area that I'm interested in pursuing is kind of in a similar vein, where it's more focused on one-on-one cooperation, which is freelancing. For the most part, it hasn't been that I am cutting freelancing out of the picture completely. It was just simply that I didn't know, again, how to proceed with that. I knew that there were websites where you could sign up and communicate with people who needed artists to work on their projects, but I never really set the time aside to sit down and sign up for one and truly explore it to the best of my ability. I've also opened commissions on my Instagram, and it's kind of unofficial, quote unquote, at this point. I haven't posted about it. It's simply in my Instagram bio. But I would like to be able to speak with people directly and help them to have a finished product of what they are envisioning. And all of this is very new to me. And this is why they're kind of new goals. It's something that I started thinking about now that Inktober is starting to come to an end, and I was really trying to sit down and think about how I wanted to proceed. It's the end of a month. It's the beginning of a new month or a fresh start. And even though I've been pushing myself with my artwork, I feel as though there are other areas where I could push myself that I'm honestly really excited about, even if I am a bit nervous. So if any of you have any tips for me on conquering these sort of art fears, I guess, I would love to hear from you. And if you have any new goals of your own that you're planning to tackle now that you have a fresh start with the month of November, I would love to hear from you as well. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the final day of Inktober. Bye.